All right, the Detroit Lions get some bad news just right out of the blue. It's three things. I got three things for you. Let me know in the comments, though, who is your favorite Detroit Lions running back of all time? You cannot say Barry Sanders. Favorite running back could be the guys we have right now. Like, go back a little bit. Give me some sneaky ones that you're like, you know what, I like this guy. Javid Best. I thought he was going to be good. Had injuries. Let me know in the comments running backs that you loved. Okay, here's three things that just kind of like, oh, that's not good. Number one, this is good and bad. This first one, let's go in easy on the first one. Steve Spagnuolo, who's the defensive coordinator for the Chiefs, outstanding. Obviously, got bad things happen in the Super Bowl, but overall, everyone agrees, incredible defensive coordinator. He says, I love Kelvin Shepard. To me, Kelvin Shepard, if I can make a mini projection, will be a head coach in this league. He's one of the smartest players I had back in New York. Super high praise from a guy that is really well respected. Why this is bad news is because it's like, dude, stop saying that. Can we just have a defensive coordinator and just stay with us for a minute like you do? Like, he just has been a defensive coordinator. That's what he does. We don't need you saying that he's going to be a head coach and just in and out and going on, because we've seen that, like, that's what can happen. So it's like, don't do that. So good thing, but also we don't need an assistant coach leaving so quick. Other couple things that we learned from the Super Bowl that could be just kind of bad news for us is that it's really obvious that the Eagles, we could have won the Super Bowl, number one. But what you need is something that we may not have. And let me know in the comments on this one. It's two things that as you're watching that, just out of the blue, you just got to be thinking, I don't know if we have the right quarterback to win a Super Bowl. I like Jared Goff. I think he does a lot of things really well. And I'm just looking out there at the Eagles quarterback, Jalen Hurts. I'm just like, you know what? He's not that accurate. He's not, all these things, but dang it, he is athletic and he can move. And so there's this trade-off, right? Jared Goff can stand in there, make plays, do things with his arm. He's accurate. He's tough. I really believe all those things. But how nice was it for the Eagles, A, to do the tush-push thing is just a cheat code. Two, what he doesn't have and maybe accuracy or some of the plays that he can make with his arm, how huge is it to be able to run some of those quarterback draws, to just be looking, escape, get 9 yards, 10 yards. It's so demoralizing. Jared Goff is like one of the last gumpy quarterbacks in the league. And, there was Tom Brady, there was Peyton Manning, there was Drew Brees there for a while. It's just going out because it's such an advantage to be able to scramble, make something happen, get out of the pocket. So it's like, I'm a Jared Goff fan. I really am. And I'm glad we have him. We're lucky to have him. He's a really good quarterback. But do you just kind of wonder, man, at the end of the day, in the biggest games, like the big one, that's what we're going for, right? Like, which is awesome, because we weren't even talking about this for my whole lifetime. So the fact that we're even talking about it's awesome, and that he can even get us there makes you wonder, though. The second thing, how valuable is a pass rush? We've seen it year after year. We just don't have it. And by the way, everyone's looking for a pass rush, okay? So, but to just be sitting there and thinking, well, Myles Garrett, and reports are that we're not going to go for Myles Garrett, which I don't think we should anyway, but it's like, man, Hutch, can you come back healthy and is better than ever? I don't know. Secondly, Zadarius Smith, are you the guy? Davenport's a free agent. So the pass rush, everyone needs one too, by the way. So it's right. We're not the only ones. But pass rush is something that we don't have. We really don't. We don't, because hopefully we can find it. But it's just like, man, what a hard thing when you don't have a pass rush. Let me just pull this up. Here's Jalen Hurts when it comes to mobility, something that we don't have. What really stands out, this is from Pride of Detroit, the Eagles have scored 40 points on one day, but none of that is possible at historically dominant defensive performance. So we all agree, though the Eagles scored a lot, it was their defense holding Patrick Mahomes with 3-and-out, interception, pick sixes, and so the defense really won it. They did not blitz, right? They did not blitz. And so you look at who they have. DJ Reader, great. But so here we go. Hutchinson and Aleem McNeil. Absolutely. Love it. Great. Lucky to have those guys. After that, it's DJ Reader and Onwuzurike. They've got Jalen Carter, Milton Williams. I mean, right, it's just different. They've got Nolan Smith, Josh Sweat, and we just don't have that juice. So it's like, okay, in the draft, or how are we going to get them, right? Do we draft them? Everyone's looking for those edge rushers. We're not the only one, so what do we do? So if you go over to this latest mock draft here on Tankathon, first of all, I don't like our pick. I don't think that's going to be who we take, but I wanted to look around it. I thought it was interesting to see kind of the cluster of players that are around it. Jack Sawyer, gosh, am I biased just because I'm a Michigan fan? And I'm like, no. Nick Scorton, maybe 6'4", 280, like that. So you can kind of see down here the defensive ends that are available. So it starts to get hard. And I don't know, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer in this video by any means. We've got a really good team. We just have two holes that are important. Defensive end, really important. We've got to find somebody else. Second thing is the quarterback situation. Again, we could argue this forever. I could argue either way. I could argue Jared Goff is the guy, and he will win us a Super Bowl. I could argue that forever. I could also argue, man, when it's just there, chips are on the table, and you need to just kind of escape for 7 yards, wouldn't it be so nice if he could do that? And he cannot. So you let me know in the comments on that one. Now, if you look at the potential free agents for the Lions, this is really good news, and you can kind of see it. You got Carlton. You just kind of see our potential free agents. What I mean by why this is good is even if all of these guys left, we'd be totally fine. Carlton Davis, I'd love to have him back. Zeitler, older, we'll see what happens. Onwuzurike, Derek Barnes, those are two. But, man, after these top 5 guys, it's kind of like, I don't know. So that's good news, right? If those 5 guys are, oh, my gosh, we got to have them back. What are we going to do? Those are our key players. But, no, Brad Holmes has shown he's going to be way, way, way out ahead of that, right? When Hutchinson's due to be a new contract. No worries. But, yeah, just take a look at those. Are just that's awesome to see. Frees up cap space to get flexible, but we also can bring back guys that we know the system, know the building, all that. So it's all good. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Threw a lot at you. Even dressed up for this video. Let me know your thoughts, and we'll see all of you on the next one.